Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into Nick Maggiulli's book, Just Keep Buying. Look, if you're tired of all the confusing, contradictory financial advice out there, this is for you. We're going to cut through that noise with a super simple, data-backed philosophy for building wealth. You know how it is, right? You decide to get your finances sorted, you go online, and bam, you're hit with this wall of advice. It's a constant roar of ideas that all seem to cancel each other out, and honestly, it can leave you feeling completely stuck.
I mean, on one side, you've got the gurus yelling, "You have to cut everything. That daily coffee, that's why you're not a millionaire." And then on the other side, it's all, "YOLO, you only live once. Spend the money, enjoy yourself." It feels like you're set up to fail no matter what you do.
But what if there's another way? A path that isn't about either of those extremes. Not total deprivation, but not reckless spending either. What if it's just about following a few simple, consistent rules? Well, that's the whole idea behind this. So this simpler path, it all starts with saving. But probably not how you're used to thinking about it. This is all about completely reframing your relationship with both saving and spending. And here's the core of it. Personal finance is, well, it's personal. Shocker, I know. The goal isn't just to hoard money by making yourself miserable. It's about using your money as a tool to build a life that you actually enjoy living. Okay, so Maggiulli gives us this brilliant, really practical rule for spending without the guilt. It's called the 2X rule. The idea is just so simple. You want to buy that new phone or go on that amazing trip? Awesome, go for it. But here's the catch. You have to invest the exact same amount of money. See what that does? It totally transforms a purchase from something you might feel bad about into a total win-win. You get the thing you want, and you're building your future wealth at the same time.
All right, I want you to burn this number into your brain. 50%. This little number is the secret weapon for handling one of the biggest challenges we all face in long-term saving. What to do when you get a raise.
So that 50% is for fighting back against what they call lifestyle creep. You know, that thing where the more money we make, the more money we seem to spend. Maggiulli's advice is simple. Anytime you get a raise, you can spend up to half of it. The other half, you save it. It's kind of the perfect balance, right? You get to enjoy the rewards of your hard work right now, but you're not sabotaging your future self. Now for the other side of the coin, investing. This is where things can get really intimidating for a lot of people. But this is also where Maggiulli brings out the hard data to just obliterate some of the biggest myths that are out there. Okay, here's a situation you might face. Let's say you get a bonus or an inheritance. You've got a chunk of cash to invest. So what do? Do you put it all in the market at once? That's a lump sum, or do you kind of drip it in slowly over time, which is what we call dollar cost averaging? I think for most of us, spreading it out feels safer. It feels more responsible, doesn't it?
Well, the data actually tells a different story. Historically speaking, investing that money all at once, the lump sum, has beaten dollar cost averaging about 2/3 of the time. And the reason is actually pretty simple. Markets generally trend up over the long haul. So the sooner you get your money in the market, the more time it has to grow. Time in the market beats timing the market.
Now, what about that other popular idea? You know, holding on to your cash and waiting for the market to crash so you can buy the dip. This quote from the book is a little provocative for sure, but it makes a really powerful point about how futile it is to try and perfectly time things. Think about that quote. Now look at this number. In over 70% of all historical periods, a simple strategy of just investing a set amount of money every single month, no matter what the market is doing, outperforms a perfect strategy of only buying at the absolute bottom of a market crash. How is that even possible? Well, it's because while you're sitting on the sidelines in cash waiting for that perfect dip, the market is usually just climbing higher and higher without you. So, we've talked about the how to save, how to invest. But what about the why? This next part dives into the psychology of wealth, and it might just completely change how you think about your own financial situation. All right, take a look at this number, $93,170. It's so specific, right? What do you think that represents? This is a mind blower. According to data cited in the book, if you have a net worth of just over $93,000, you are in the top 10% of the wealthiest people on the entire planet. And having just over $4,000 makes you wealthier than half of all people on Earth.
It really forces you to zoom out and change your perspective, doesn't it?
But here's the crazy part. Even if you're technically wealthy by that global standard, feeling rich, that's a totally different ballgame. The book mentions that even Lloyd Blankfein, the billionaire former CEO of Goldman Sachs, once said he didn't feel rich. Why? Because his friends were other billionaires. It's a social comparison game that you can literally never win. So all of this, the saving rules, the investing data, the psychology behind wealth, it all leads to one final, really powerful idea. And it kind of reframes the entire reason we're even trying to build wealth in the first place.
Here it is. This is the ultimate point. We spend so much of our lives and our energy worrying about money, but we have an asset that is infinitely more valuable and totally, completely irreplaceable, and that's our time. And so that brings us to the final, most important question of all. The whole point of saving, of investing, of building wealth, it's not just to have a bigger number in a bank account. It's to buy back your freedom. It's to buy back your time. So while you can always figure out a way to earn more money, how are you going to spend the one asset that you can never, ever get more of?